Imagine being successful because you have managed the work-life balance. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I go by Leoncie, an employee for this company or an organization. I'm here not with another speaker, but a storyteller for the possibility and change. As you know that in global in the world there is the issue of work-life balance in the employees, in the company, and different organizations because in our life, we face with many difficulties. We face with the many problems that are going to make us not to do work. The tasks were assigned as we have to do. So I'm here for telling you the possibility and change for this work-life balance issue. Work-life balance issue, it is the issue that is raising nowadays globally. So we are going to start by showing how we can achieve work-life balance. Have you ever felt overwhelmed by the demand for work and struggled to find time for things that truly made you to you? Today we are going to explore the importance of achieving work-life balance and discover practical strategies to help life more lively and a good health. Because there is a time where we face with the main tasks in our life, like our parents are going to become to get any disease, our siblings, our friends are welcoming us in the different party that makes us the feeling overwhelmed for the tasks because the tasks we have are many than what you have to do. So if you get this, we are going to see how getting well work-life balance and challenges, because if you are aware of working with and you know how to balance the work-life balance, this helps you to be well. So getting well work-life balance and challenges, it refers to how one manages the life of professional life, doing the job or studying, and his or her personal life. Here one needs to set time, energy to different activities that include in professional and personal life, such as work, family, health, and leisure time. This is I want to focus or to emphasize on this because they are tasks that we need but we don't want. That task we have to group them in a certain, like make a timetable allocating the tasks and the time where you have to do that tasks, like the professional tasks and the some that are crucial for the personal life. So while we are preparing those, there is the challenges one can meet, like the rising request of work and the strength to continue accessible, the missing individual relationship interest, and taking care of oneself because of business related to the responsibility. Here I change that one can face. For example, if you say that I'm going to do my tasks accordingly from Monday to Friday from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m., and you allocate your task with the time certain with the goal you want to achieve. But some of your friends call you, Leoncie, I'm very sick and have no one want to care me at hospital. So can you please come and do care for me? At that time, I have to go for her for him. That means that what I have allocated, the goal I have set, it is going not to be reached. That the challenge one can be made. All, for example, like if we work in the company and the company like actually uses electricity, you in IT or other things, and in that village there's the message of electricity. That means that you're going to try to reach out on your goal or doing your task because there is a challenge that has come in your company. So this challenge is going to make not to reach to your goal. So what the once you have managed to balance the work-life balance, there is the benefit of that. The first benefit, it improves physical and physiology well-being. When you are able to set the time for leisure, to set the time for doing your task, this gives you you become physical and your mental is going to work well because you don't only doing the professional thing you have to do, but to take the time to to make a conversation with your friends. You have the time to go to the sports, to watch movie, and chatting with your friends. That makes you your mental to be well. Decrease feelings of anxiety and depression, because if you are going to be only in the professional works, like you're doing the task you're assigned only, without chatting, without making a conversation with your friend, with your family, you're not to be aware, don't create a happiness. And that if you don't have happiness, that means that you're going to be depressed. Another, it expand in general life fulfillment, because through conversation, through making fun with others, this is where we get an ideas. Because if I'm talking to another, from my friends in Russia, from a friend in different city, from a friend in different country, I'm going to get other insight which can make me to improve my work, which can make me to be aware of the technology that they are going to be used. That means that I'm going to be like expanded in my tasks I have to do. Also, by working life balance, we are going to it increase productivity. It increase productivity. Let's take an example. For example, I'm an employee I'm an employee in this company, and because I have the task to be assigned, I have the task to do, and I am able to manage it well for my life balance. If I have a children to care out, if I have the sibling to care out, that means that I have to go with the siblings, and I know that from 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. I go with my siblings, know how they are feeling, know how they are working, what are the trends they meet with in order to deal with it. And from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., I know that I'm dealing with the professional tasks, that I have to be focused on what I am doing. This will makes me not to be disturbed by other things, because if I wake up and from 6 a.m. to 5 p.m. I'm in professional tasks, and my sibling call me. They want to, do you know that I'm sick? And because I have not cared her or him in the morning, and she's calling me in the middle of time that she's sick, and go to care for her, that means that the goal I have set, the task I have set to do, I'm not going to do it because I need to avoid the distraction. That means that by allocating that time, by managing work-life balance, can help one to be productive in his or her way. So this, it is not something you can wake up, or can be birthed and you get that, oh, I'm good in work life balance. No, there the strategy one can flow and makes him or her to be successful in working life balance. The first is setting a clear boundaries. Setting a clear boundaries, there is the three main points in the setting clear boundaries. The first is lay out the limits between work and individual life. Define the specific hours to the employee and regulate them. Abstain from browsing work message or taking work calls during individual time. That means that there are the if you are a manager of the company, you have to locate yearly the task to the employees, so that the employees are aware of what they are doing, what they have to achieve in the daily, on the weekly, on the monthly. It's up on what we have set in the company. But if you have said that each employee will be aware of the tasks she or he has to be assigned. This will make the employee to know what am I supposed to do, when am I supposed to do, what I have to do in order to meet the expectations, and this will make him or her to be productive, because he know the right time to do, he know when to do it, what to do it, how to flow, and the strategies. The second strategy is prioritize and regret. In prioritize and regret, there are two things that are most important. The first is recognize your main concerns and apportion time and assess as the need be. Regret assignment whenever conceivable, to try not to become overpowered. Yes, anger. Here in the prioritize and delegate, recognize your main concern and apportion time and set as you need. Regret assignment when concerned. Here is where you know what to do. What are the main things I have to do in a day? Do I have to care my siblings? Do I have to do the tasks that I have in the professional work? Or what comes important? And you first you deal with the important things, and then after you deal with the things that are not important. The third strategy for work-life balance, it is practice self-care. This is where you in practice self-care there's two also main things. The first is set aside a few minutes for exercises that the energize and revise you, like activity, side interest, or investing energy with the friends and family. I want to emphasize on this because if you are working hard and don't get time for chatting your friends, you don't take time for exercising your body, you don't take a time going out, you don't take time going to sports, this means your body will be weak. So you have to take time to re-energize your body by doing some exercise, by energize the body. Another thing which is in prioritize in practice self-care is deal with your physical and physiology wellness, granting you get sufficient rest and unwinding. For example, if you know that you don't sleep at least 8 hours, that means that you are going to make your mental being work in bad condition. But you must be able to know that I'm working in this time, I'm getting rest at this time, and I'm sleeping this time, and I wake up this time. This will help you to make your mental going well. Another thing is implementing work-life balance. Implementing work-life balance, there is feasibility in the workplace. In feasibility in the working place, there is main points that is in feasibility in the working place. The first is advocate for adaptable work plans, for example, remote work or adaptable hours that help balance between fun and serious activities. Another thing is energize open communication with your employee about your necessities and examine opportunities for better equilibrium. Another thing, which is the point two in implementing work-life balance, it is creating boundaries. In creating boundaries, there is another thing which called convey your limits clearly to partners and supervisor, where you have to be open to your supervisor, to the one who is supervising you. Another is to figure out how to say no when important to keep work from interfering in private time. For example, if someone call you, can you go out and you have a lot of work to do, you have to say no, I don't have time, but at this time I will be available, but now time I'm not available. So I'm doing professional tasks. Another thing is regular evaluation. Regular evaluation, this is where you evaluate your work, you evaluate yourself. How am I doing? What are my progress? What are my strengths? What are my weakness? How to overcome this? How can I get support from others so as to make a regular evaluation which will make anyone to be successful in work-life balance. Another is registration with yourself you are remaining. This because it will help you to know what am I supposing to do, when am I supposing to do. So my colleagues and as an employee in this organization, um making you and encouraging you to deal with this issue of work-life balance, and you know that you are able to deal with this issue, you can balance your life and your work effectively. Thank you once again. My name is Leoncie.